Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I want to talk about the pitfall of communication. The pitfall of communication is that we get triggered and we lose focus, right? And when that happens, then we start to react. So let's say, for example, someone is using a tone that's uncomfortable, that we're uncomfortable with. They're blaming us for something or saying things that we don't agree with and we think are lies or upsets us in some way, right? We will then start to react. So we'll feel like we have to defend ourselves because whenever we get angry or we worry or we get stressed out, right? This is like a natural reaction. It's almost like, well, I got to defend myself. The problem is that starting to defend ourselves can lead to an argument or create a bigger problem for ourselves. So what we really want to do is we want to use strategies to make a shift, right? So that it can help us stay focused and have a more successful communication. So when we're communicating, right, we want to start off with, and whenever we enter communication, we want to start off with reminding ourselves to breathe and to focus on our feelings. When we are focusing on our breath and our feelings, we're back in our body and we're able to notice when our feelings are getting elevated. And this is important because once our feelings get elevated, right, and we don't notice it, we're going to fly off the handle. But if we notice it, we can then do the next step, which is talk to ourselves. In other words, we can acknowledge, wow, this is feeling uncomfortable to me, but I'm okay, right? I'm okay, because when I say to myself, I'm okay, that reminds me that nothing bad is really happening here. I may not like this, I may be uncomfortable, but I'm okay. And my job then is to get back on track and focus on the communication. In other words, deal with the issue that the communication was for to begin with, not so much to defend myself. I can work through my feelings later, and I can even come back and have a conversation about something that didn't work for me or didn't feel good. But in that moment, I want to stay focused. And if I want to stay focused, then I can't allow my feelings to drag me to the other side. I need to stay centered and focused. And in order to stay focused, I need to be in my body. I need to be paying attention to my breath. And I also need to be talking to myself, right? So that I can be where I want to be and not get dragged into a direction I don't want to be in. So, and like I said, we can always go back later. In other words, we can process our feelings, and that may just give us all the answers that we need. Or we may feel like, nope, there's a follow-up conversation that needs to happen, and that's okay to have that too. But if we sometimes try to deal with too much in one communication, we may also not only get distracted, but lose our audience. In other words, they may get so upset that everything just gets blown out the water. So we don't really need that, right? We need to be more focused so that we can accomplish and create more of what we want to create. So with that said, I also want to pick a word from my bag of words and to see what else I'm inspired to share. Let's see. I have a word here, and it's uncertainty. I like uncertainty. Even though, right, generally, right, we don't like uncertainty. We like to know for sure and so forth. But there is an element of uncertainty in communication. There always is. That's why it's important for us to be able to manage ourselves, because we can't handle all of the elements and all of the uncertainty because we don't know how people are going to show up. But we do know, right, that we have the power to show up a certain way. And if we exercise that power and we ground ourselves and focus ourselves, then even though there are things that are going to be thrown our way that may feel uncertain to us and create some uncomfortability for us, we can make a U-turn from that or not fall into that pitfall. In other words, we don't have to surrender and get on the dance floor, that we don't want to be in. In other words, right? So, but when we prepare ourselves, when we mentally focus ourselves, then the uncertainty of whatever's in front of us, right, or whatever's possible in that communication doesn't take us in by storm. We are grounded, we know what we want, and we're going to create more intentionally from that point. So I hope that helps you in some way and that you have a beautiful day. If this video did help you, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you can be notified when future videos are uploaded. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye for now.